r/askreddit of all movie opening scenes, which one sold the entire film?
The opening robbery scene in The Dark Knight.
The opening plane scene in The Dark Knight Rises is also pretty great. The Matrix opening with Trinity was filmed with the entire original budget to convince the studio that they weren't effing around.
Saving Private Ryan.
No, can't do it. When the soldier calls out for his mother, my stomach drops into freefall, the definition of gut-wrenching.
American Psycho. I remember listening to him list out every single thing he does to groom himself in the morning, and I thought what a psycho then thought, oh, I get it.
I believe in taking care of myself, and a balanced diet and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunches. I can do 1,000 now. After I remove the ice pack, I use a deep pore cleanser lotion. In the shower, I use a water-activated gel cleanser, then a honey almond body scrub, and on the face, an exfoliating Gale scrub. Then apply an herb mint facial mask, which I leave on for 10 minutes while I prepare the rest of my routine. I always use an aftershave lotion with little or no alcohol, because alcohol dries your face out and makes you look older. Then moisturizer, then an anti-aging eye balm followed by a final moisturizing protective lotion.
Korean skincare addicts be like Fuft no toner, no face oil, serum, amateur.
Jurassic Park. It really sets the tone for the movie, and the foreshadowing gives you a creepy feeling leading up to the storm.
Heck, the second scene does too. Because Grant's like me. He's a digger. Ominous music intensifies as the camera focuses on a mosquito and a mosquito and a mosquito and a camber timbre. Shout out to /US/Bumbleballs. I totally flubbed that one.
Terminator 2, starting with scenes of bustling everyday life, rush hour traffic, kids playing, etc. Then white flash to the same burnt-out playground in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Sarah's somber voice, over-explaining how it happened. We see a brutal battle between man and machine, tanks and Terminators crushing human bones under metal treads and feet. We briefly meet the steely face of the human resistance and savior of mankind, right before segueing into the opening cry.
Hey, I can hear that opening music playing while reading your comment.
Jaws, you never see the shark in the first attack. Just the knowledge that there's something under the water. Brilliant.
I mean, you don't see it for the first 2 hours? No, the mechanical shark breaking down was the best thing that could have happened for Spielberg.
Goodfellas. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
To me, being a gangster was better than being President of the United States.
2019.
Porky, no lost us. Scream has an incredible opening scene.
The Fix intro.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Sorry. The Matrix. I thought Trinity was the villain.
When I first saw this movie, I hadn't even seen a trailer for it. My dad asked if I'd like to go with him. That first scene blew me away. I was hooked immediately.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Are you suggesting coconuts migrate?
Worth it for the opening.
Fellowship of the Ring set a great tone for all of what was to come.
The world is changing.
I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. All the parts from opening to the point where Indy runs and meets the escape airplane. All three of the Indiana Jones movies had great opening scenes.
Spaceballs. That shit going by for 5 minutes or more had me rolling, and I never stopped laughing throughout that entire film.
We break for nobody.
Pulp Fiction. I was 14 when I saw it, and the opening scene just completely blew me away.
I love you, honey bunny.
Shaun of the Dead.
This is a great one, because they almost begin and end on same sequence.
Children of Men, especially if you've never read the book. Holy cow, that was powerful.
Roger Ebert pointed out that Theo was scared when the cafe was bombed. It's how you know he wasn't going to be a cliched action hero. In fact, he never uses a gun once in the entire film.
And everything about that opening scene is educating the viewer. The city streets are choked with smog. The tech screens draped off the buildings explain the setting, the near future, flawlessly. then the newscast in the coffee shop perfectly explains the state of the world. No babies, and the youngest person has been murdered. Then, boom.
28 weeks later, I didn't deserve all these upvotes, thank you.
Gladiator 2000. That battle was incredible. Great dialogue, excellent music, human moments.
On my signal, unleash hell.
Halloween, the original 1978 version. The entire sequence is a 5-minute uncut point-of-view shot. And then they rest in peace, the mask off, and we see that this mysterious killer in the shadows is an 8-year-old boy.
Shrek. No kidding. The first time I saw it, I was so invested after the opening scene.
Tropic Thunder.
And they ordered the segments in a way that I'm sure they wanted some of the audience to think that Booty Sweat and Bust a Nut were real products. They didn't want you to catch on right away.
I remember when I saw Tropic Thunder in the theater after the Booty Sweat commercial. The theater was dead silent for a second until one guy said, "What the hell?" and then laughter broke out.
The Prince of Egypt starting off with Deliver Us was absolutely jaw-dropping. I can't think of a single stronger opening in any of the movies I've ever watched. Granted, that isn't a lot because I'm not a big movie person, but still.
Agreed. It is one of the best openings I've ever seen.
The first scene of Baby Driver.
The Departed. Powerful footage and commentary did such a great job of kicking it off, while giving a glimpse into what propelled Matt Damon's character into his entry into the criminal family. Then, the line "when I was your age, they would say we can become cops or criminals." Today, what I'm saying to you is this. When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference? Felt that was perfectly within the spirit of the entire movie, and sets the stage for what I consider to be one of the best films ever made.
The Lion King, 1994.
That hard cut at the end of the song is so effing good.
Can't believe I'm first with Raiders of the Lost Ark. Also, no Star Wars.
Star Wars was an immediate hook for me. That opening scene with the blockade runner coming into view, being chased down, boarded, laser battle, and then Vader, all in a matter of minutes.
Star Wars is also important because it changed the way movies open completely. No title,